Hey guys, real quick, this is not the intro to the video. I just want to say that we just got a puppy, and there's a video of her obviously coming soon. I haven't uploaded a video in like a week, and I haven't been streaming very much, and it's been taking up a lot of our lives, so I'm just kind of working on making sure I can get content out while I take care of her and help Laura and I, you know, puppy stuff. But got a video on her coming soon. She's adorable. She's such a good dog. I know. We're just doing the intro. It's like the fake intro, but we'll cut to the real intro. Just wanted to keep you guys updated, so thanks. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Do It With Dan. No, I wanted to do it with Dildo. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Do It With Dildo, and I'm back here again in my shop, I know. And it's very simple. We don't have much of an intro today, because you know how much I hate intros. We're working on the 73 Camaro again. I know it's been a long time coming, and like now we're actually starting to dive into work. So let's talk about what we need to do. So the car needs a couple of things, and my goal here is to get the car ready for paint and body work. But that entails a couple of things. That means I need to get the interior stripped. I'd also like to do the mini tub kit provided by Detroit Speed. But in order to do that, we have to strip the inside of the car and strip the trunk liner. It's a big process. We also have to drop the gas tank. Basically what I'm shooting to do here is get the car interior stripped completely, get the carpet ripped up, the seats ripped out, kind of go through everything and start tackling rust spots, patch some holes that need to be patched, and start coming up with a plan for the interior. We have a new axle we have to throw into it, which is why we're getting the mini tub kit. It's a little bit shorter and so it can accommodate for bigger wheels. But since we're doing like a full-blown resto mod interior, we need to go ahead and rip everything out, and then we'll go from there. I'm just gonna start one step at a time. And I have been putting this off because I've been nervous about what I need to do. I don't know how much work really this is gonna entail, but once I start getting the stuff ripped out from the interior, that's when I'm gonna kind of know where we're at, right? Since I'm gonna be cutting out the inner fenders at some point, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the gas tank. That way I don't cut in the gas tank and blow myself up. I think we all know why that's important. I'm also gonna try to take this thing off the lift today if possible. I'd like to build a little wooden rolling dolly for it so that way I can kind of move it around the shop and I can work on it off of the lift. I think that's gonna be ideal. I'm not mounting the subframe to the body just yet because the subframe is so gorgeous and it's so pretty that I don't wanna mount it to the rusty body. I wanna get everything cleaned up first, and that way I'm not taking it apart and putting it back together several times and fucking up the powder coat on the subframe. So that being said, I think that we just get started on it. All right, so I think the best way I can do this.
FBI, open up! I don't know how much gas is in it. Hopefully not much.
We just have these two straps here that are held on by bolts. Maybe we should do some ratchet straps. I'm also going to support it with a tranny stand. Okay, 2 bolts. Man, I'm not gonna lie, it feels so weird working on this thing again after so long. I've been so nervous about it because I feel like I have a lot of work to do, and which I do. I have tons of work. So much work I have to do. I'm always labeling my stuff. That way, when I inevitably forget where everything goes, it'll be easier for me to remember. Pry bar. This tab is bent. Okay. Stubborn-ass fuel lines. Ow, my everything. Braided fuel lines are so cool, except when they braid into your fingers, then it's like not so cool. All right, fuel tank's disconnected. Lower her down. The old ratchet strap method works 90% of the time. 50% of the time, it works 100% of the time. I didn't think about this. Shit, fuck. What does that go to? Regrets.
That's just a ground.
Now it's not. All right, the big stinky's out. That's cool. All right, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create just like a little wooden roller cart for me to move it around the shop so I can work on it on the inside while it's not on the lift. Alrighty, let's see if this works. And it's gonna take forever to lower because there's no weight. It is weightless. Taking forever, all right. Oh, there's that other piece of wood I was looking for. It was on top of the car where I couldn't reach it. Classic. All right, undo the ratchet strap that I've had tying it to the lift for the last 2 years, something like that. That did work surprisingly well. All right, so I got all the seats and the carpet out. Most of the insulation that there was, there's a bunch of this stuff. Ripped it all out. I still have a little bit of cleaning up to do. A bunch of wires I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with. It's looking like the worst of it is these floor pans for the seats. It looks like the driver's side is not bad. However, the driver seat bucket back here, this has a bunch of holes in it. It's not exactly strong. This looks okay. There's a couple of holes back here, as well as back here, and then over there, and then over here is probably the worst. It's not necessarily rotting, or there's not really any holes in it as much as it is the whole thing is just rusty. I don't know the strength of it, I don't know the rigidity of it, I'll have to do some testing with it. There's like a little bit of hole in here, and I'm really nervous about this seam where it meets the, whatever this piece is, the inner whatever. Outside of that, it looks like that's really all that we have to take care of at the moment. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with a quick time lapse of me cleaning out the interior while I tell you about my next steps. Up next, I'm gonna be cutting out the floor pans, welding in my own. I'm gonna try to actually make my own. I have a bead roller, I have a CNC machine. I'm gonna try to make my own floor pans first before I break down and buy my own. So that's gonna be coming up next. We're gonna patch some holes and get the interior cleaned up and maybe even weld in some supports, maybe like a half cage. I'm not really positive yet, but we need to start making steps to get this vehicle ready. We're also gonna be doing the wide tub kit for the rear, hopefully get the axle put in soon. Just tackle this thing one step at a time. And I'm gonna do my best to get content out as frequently as I can while we're taking care of our new puppy, trying to manage my time as best as I can. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.